Okay, we're going to stock the worm bed, get it ready for the worms today. We're going to put several different things in, and I will show you as I go what those things are. And we're going to start with cardboard because worms absolutely love cardboard. It's like candy to them. So the first thing you have to do with the cardboard is strip it of all the tape. Make sure there are no glossy stickers on it. The paper stickers are okay. The ink will not hurt the worms, and the glue in the cardboard will not hurt the worms because it is a natural glue. So let's start with putting some cardboard in the bottom. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to put down a really good heavy layer of peat moss. The worms love it too, so let's get that in there. Again, we're going to try to keep the plastics and all the inorganics out. We want everything in here to be pretty much organic. So let's spread out the peat moss. Okay, as you can see, we have the peat moss in, we have the cardboard in. I'll show you what it looks like. We're going to moisten it down, and then we're going to add some green material in there. And what I do is when I pull the winter crops up that are going to seed from the garden, I just use those for the organic matter for the worms. So we're going to throw the green stuff in now. Okay, let's take a look at what this looks like with the organic green material in there. It's mostly turnip greens and some herbs that are starting to die back, and I think there may be a few pieces of radish greenery in there that did not mature. And that's the next layer. So now we're going to put in some pine bark. They need some roughage too, and just like their fresh veggies they also want some roughage. So let's put a little pine. Okay, I gave it a good spread of the pine bark. I put in about a half of a 50-pound bag, which is quite a lot of pine bark because it's not very heavy. It's a lot of volume. So as you can see, we have pretty good amount of pine bark in there. Now, I told you that I was going to tell you my secret to getting the microbial activity started, so I'm going to show you that now. It is alfalfa pellets. Here they are here. So we're going to put a good number of those alfalfa pellets in there because they do a fantastic job of getting the microbes, the good microbes started, because alfalfa is just full of those microbes. If you can get the fresh ground or a bale of alfalfa, that's even better. I don't have it available here. I had to use pellets. So let's put a lot of these pellets in there. Okay, now as you can see, I did not skimp on the alfalfa pellets. I put a good number of them in there because the worms will break those down, and when they do, those microbes will reanimate, and they will come back to life in here and multiply like crazy, and that's what we're after. We're after good microbes. That's what makes everything grow well, is those microbes. That's why we don't need fertilizer so much. All we need is organic material. All right, next thing I'm going to throw in here, I've got a mix of, I don't know, it's egg shells, it's recycled egg cartons, the paper kind. It's vegetable material that we save at home under the counter to make compost out of. So all this is composting material, and the egg shells will add calcium. Now, a hint on the egg shells: before you put the egg shells in, be sure to microwave them for a good 10 seconds, because there are some pretty bad things in egg shells that microbial wise that will not do well if you ingest them. So we cook them in the microwave for about 10 to 15 seconds, and that kills all those bad microbes that we don't want. So let's add some egg shells and some cartons. I should grind these up, but I didn't. Many of these are full of eggshells. We just cook them in the carton and then bring the whole carton because they are organic. Okay, I'm putting coffee grounds and coffee filters in the bed now. The worms also like those, and they're excellent for the soil. Okay, now we've got coffee grounds, coffee filters, eggs, and the paper egg cartons. As you can see, we have a good number. They're just evenly scattered throughout the bed. And the worms will like that, and it's really good for the soil that comes out. All right, now, the last thing we're going to put in is I have worm castings left over from when I shut down the other bed, and I'm going to take those and I'm going to top this off because they already have all the things that the worms want to get started. So we're going to put those in, then we're going to moisten everything down, and after everything is moist, then we will close it up and we're ready for the worms. Okay, we've got the castings in there now, so let's go ahead and wet it down real good. Get it moist. Okay, so everything's good and moist. So let's take a look at it after we moistened it down, and it's ready for the worms. I will show you when I introduce the worms. It won't be today because I don't have them yet. But we will get them and we'll show you. But this is what it looks like. And it's ready for the worms. Okay, so the new worms have arrived. I put them in a different box because we had a freak cold spell here that got us down to about 20 degrees Fahrenheit, and it was way too cold to introduce the worms. So I just held them over until now. It's back up in the 50s right now. So we're going to introduce them, and there's a test. If the worms like their new environment, they're going to disappear from the surface really quickly. If they don't, they're going to stay on the surface. So we'll see if they like their new environment or not. Okay, so we've just introduced about 300 worms into the worm bed. I've already put a few in there that I found in the garden as I was digging in there, getting things cleaned out. So I just moved them in here as I found them, maybe a couple of dozen. But I've put 300 more, so they must like it because they're disappearing into the new soil pretty quickly. There's a few that are sluggish, but that's probably because of the temperature. So, you know, like this guy here, he's not moving very much. He must not be feeling good. We'll put him over there. So anyway, the rest of them, for the most part, have disappeared, so that means they like their new environment. I've seen 2 so far. And it's only been about, in the neighborhood of 3 minutes. So I think they're quite happy with their new place to live. So